That mouthful was too big. Autumn's an amazing time of year to forage for wild mushrooms. You have to know what you're doing. There are plenty of poisonous ones, but there are also some amazing edible mushrooms that just have the most unique flavours and different textures to mushrooms that you might find in the supermarket. Go into that bit. So today we found these beautiful winter chanterelles. They're quite hard to find because you can tell from the top there, they almost just look like fallen leaves, but they've also got these bright orange stipes. They're also known as yellow feet, or some people call them yellow legs, because they've got this slight hollowness to the stipe that makes them look like a pair of yellow legs. It's a really good way to identify them. And you can also look at the bottom of the mushroom as well. You can see there that instead of gills, like you might find on a supermarket button mushroom, that you've got false gills, or almost like grooves in the flesh of the mushroom. So we're going to take these mushrooms back to the tree house and cook up a delicious garlicky mushroom pasta. We're going to start by just heating up a frying pan with a little bit of olive oil, and then add your mushrooms once that oil is nice and hot. We've got chanterelles and oyster mushrooms. You're going to want to caramelise your mushrooms, so you're looking for these nice brown edges. Don't move your mushrooms around the pan too much, or they'll get a little soggy and they won't get a chance to caramelise. Once you can see those nice kind of brown edges, that's when we can go in with some butter, some garlic and some salt, and give it a fry for another few minutes until the garlic is really nice and fragrant. Then you're going to pour over some white wine and just give it a minute to let the alcohol cook off. And when that's done, you can add in some really nice thick cream, some Parmesan cheese, a little bit of pepper, and then you can add in your pasta. So if the sauce looks a little bit thick, you can add a bit of pasta water. That's just going to loosen it up, but it's going to keep it nice and rich and creamy. Give the whole thing a toss, add some delicious freshly chopped herbs. We've used parsley and sorrel, and maybe a squeeze of lemon as well. It is creamy, mushroomy, little bit zesty from the lemon. If you've never tried lemon with mushrooms, you have to. And obviously Parmesan and black pepper just make it perfect. I feel like if you caramelise your mushrooms, you get so much more flavour out of them. And obviously wild mushrooms just taste so different to shop bought. Shop bought, they come in one variety, but when you're foraging, you've got so many different flavours and textures, and it's always going to be exciting if you foraged your own. I've eaten so much of this pasta.